Hello everybody, welcome back to burntchurch. We've been gone for a couple of days on a trip. We carried a grandson to Chattanooga to the aquarium. You can pet fish, stingrays and things there. It was pretty neat and it's real fun for kids. But when we got back, it had come a flood and we had a lot here waiting on us. So I'm gonna bring you along today in this video and we're gonna be canning some green beans. Now this is not a tutorial by no means. It's just how we do it, so do your own research. I don't want anybody getting sick. And I'll show you some clips of what we had waiting here for us when we did get back from our trip. I can kind of understand now why old timers that had big homesteads and relied on them, why they didn't go on very many trips. Because just a couple of days that we were gone and come back, we had a lot of work here for us. So I guess you would kind of call this a date night on the homestead. Here's some of our green beans. This is how we get them ready to be processed. There's what they look like when we get ready to process them. They'll go from here and into the jar and into the canner. Right here is what our green beans look like going into the jars. We try to kind of pack them in. Not too tight, but they're packed a little. They're just not real tight, and you leave a 1-inch head space. Now we put a half a teaspoon of salt in the bottom, and now we'll fill the liquid up, and there'll be 1-inch head space on it. Now after we've got 1-inch head space on the liquid, she will run that debubbler around it and get the air out of it. Now then, she's got the air out of it, and we still got about 1-inch head space. She's gonna clean the top off with a vinegar rag. Now we're ready to put the lids on. Once we get all of our jars filled, we'll put the lid on and we'll get 10 pounds of pressure. Now that's for our altitude. If you're at a higher altitude, it may change. We're doing pints this year. Usually we do quarts, but it's just me and my wife here. And the pint is gonna be plenty for us. Probably 2 meals. And if we have company over, we'll just open 2 of them. Right here is what we do to fill our canner up. We didn't have enough green beans for a full canner, so we had some potatoes. We fill our jar with the potatoes and fill our canner on up. The potatoes have to process, I think, just a little bit longer than the green beans. But that's fine, we can just process it for the potatoes and the beans will be fine. So that's a tip. If you don't have enough of one vegetable to fill your canner up, find some other vegetable to finish the canner up with. You're heating that water anyway. That right there is usually about as close as I can keep it to 10 pounds without letting it fall under it. And I was reading on the internet about this canner I've got, and it says don't use it on a gas range. But I've been using this on a gas range for years. And it says don't have it around an open flame. I haven't never canned anything outside on an open fire, but we've used it on this gas range a lot of times. This is a bonus on the canning the green beans. This is the first time I've tried a pork chop like this. I've got all kinds of different seasonings on it, and it's being cooked in olive oil. But I've crumbled cracker crumbs up all over it. And I've never done that before. I've usually rolled them in flour. but I didn't have any flour out here, so I crumbled up crackers and put on it. It's looking like that cracker crumbs is gonna do better than the flour I usually put on there. Either that or I'm just real hungry, because that's starting to look real good. This is the end result. We've got 7 pints of good green beans. Now we take the bands off of them here, and that's the way we store them. We don't store them with the bands on. Well, I hope y'all enjoy the video. And like I said, it wasn't a tutorial. That's just how we can our green beans, and we fill our canners up, or we at least try to. If we have any other vegetables, we put them in there to where we'll have a full canner. You don't have to do that, but I like to. If I'm heating that water, I want to get all I can out of it. I'm going to put some clips here at the end of the video of what it looked like when we came back from our trip that we went on. And like I said, we was just gone 2 days. Actually stayed 1 night, and so we wasn't gone very long. I'm walking around the fence here now. I've been having some trouble with deer getting in, but I think I've got them stopped. So for any of you that's new, the foot in the mouth video, I'll try to put a little old card here or something for you to click on. That will explain her 10th anniversary present that I showed here in the video. But I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.